Welcome, clubbers, again to another Clobby'S Comics Corner Spinner Rack Time Machine video. This time it's Quick Bits, December 1971, week 2. What have we been doing? What we do is, of course, for those who do not know, these videos, series of videos called Clobby'S Comics Corner Spinner Rack Time Machine, a mouthful, I know. We go back 50 years and we look at, basically, we pretend that I have a comic shop. I've taken my time machine. Oh, I do have a comic shop. Shouldn't pretend. Stay in character. I take my spinner rack time machine. It is a TARDIS in the shape of a spinner rack of the early 70s. I go back to 1971, a nice round number of 50 years. I let you come into my comic shop, and I, of course, play the customer, and I pick out, on the main video anyway, I pick out 10 comics that I would have put on my pull list at that time when I was 7 years old, although I combined some of my 2021 old man sensibilities with that, I admit. But today's this video is Quick Bits. It's the follow-up video where I just briefly show you a few of the other titles, or just talk about them for a few seconds, that I did not pick because it was a big comics industry back then. It's only fair to give the other ones a little bit of love, so I mentioned those. Firstly, of course, for week 2, I picked up Captain America and the Falcon 147, Flash 212, The Incredible Hulk 149, Submariner, Subby 47, World's Finest 209, Amazing Adventures number 11, First Fury Beast, Coda number 14, First Elric, Justice League of America number 96, Marvel Tales number 34, and of course Superman from the 30s to 70s to the 70s, the big book. But now it's time to show you a little bit of the ones that didn't quite make the cut. It's not an insult to those. I just love my superhero genre stuff. I'm that kind of a weirdo geek, I guess. But there are a lot of other genres of comics, and a lot of other types of comics. Yeah, and they too deserve some love. So we will go over those. We'll just touch on those just for a second, and then we'll get out of here. We don't do a long video. We try not to. It's called Quick Bits for a reason. And there's some of the ones that we showed last week that came out. But from Captain America on, some of the ones that I did not pick up again. Everything's Archie, number 18. And I think we should show this one. This is a cartoon I watched a lot. I didn't buy the comic this week, but Pebbles and Bam Bam, number 2 by Charlton. Look at that. Look at that. Yes, indeed. Who didn't watch that? And again, I'm always tickled by these Charlton TV tie-ins. A lot of these TV tie-ins, cartoon tie-ins, are amazing. You know, one I should have got this week that I'll probably regret, maybe I'll go back and buy it off the stand, was GI Combat number 152. Look at that. How do you resist a Joe Kubert cover like that? I'm ashamed of myself, to be honest with you. Another cartoon I used to watch, remember Funky Phantom? Whoa. Yeah. Look at that, folks. Yeah. Tom and Jerry, bless you, Tom and Jerry. You deserve a little bit of love there as well. By Gold Key, of course. There was a House of Secrets. I didn't buy a lot of horror comics, but still interesting. I mean, great Bernie Wrightson covers, so you can't go wrong there. Again, don't listen to my folder list. Buy the ones that touch your heart. There's Uncle Scrooge. There's Young Romance, because why not? Hanna-Barbera Parade by Charlton. I love this. I watched these cartoons as a kid, but I didn't buy the comics. I stuck with superheroes, but look at that. Still pretty cool. Well, you got to love some Hanna-Barbera, right? And that's kind of close to where it ends. Well, there is My Love by Marvel. Marvel getting into that romance game with their reprints and stuff. And here's another one I regret not getting. Rawhide Kid, number 97. Yes, a reprint, of course. But now, this cover, it says Larry Lieber and Bill Everett. That looks Kirby to me. But Lieber did do kind of a Kirby knockoff at times, so that's fine. Looks very Kirby-ish, though. And I didn't pick up Sinister House of Love number 3, but that's an interesting cover for a DC Love comic, isn't it? It looks like a romance comic. Crazy stuff. Again, better times for comics, though. A thriving industry that was doing very well was doing very well. Not so much now, though. I do love comics, and again, whether it's a comic I want to read or not, I love seeing those old comic books. It just brings me joy. It's my happy place. I don't know about you, but I just love seeing these old comics. And again, these videos are really just meant to give you a little bit of look back. We don't go in. We're not doing a deep dive review on these comics or anything like that, or even some deep commentary on the industry of the time, which was highly exploitive and run by a bunch of crooks and stuff like that, for sure, but also inhabited talent-wise by some of the greatest artists and some great writers and colorists and letterers, when those things were done by human beings and not machines. Just wonderful stuff, and I love the industry. I love industry history. Obviously, the industry was pretty rotten back then, but it's rotten now. It's worse now, or just as bad, probably just as bad in different ways. However, a lot of these great artists and writers who are no longer with us deserve some accolades, and us looking back at their work a little bit is the least we can do for some of them. Some is, the only thing we can do for some of them. But anyway, not to get too maudlin there, but thank you so much for watching this video. Appreciate it. If you have not watched any of my Clobby'S Comics Corner Spinner Rack Time Machine videos before, I have a playlist in my description below that can lead you to all of them. I've been doing this since September of this year, 2021. And so there are a few of them. And again, just every week, I like to go in there and just kind of show you what comics were on the racks 50 years ago. And what a great industry it once was for those of us who were there, albeit in a young age, or those who were not there. You get a little taste of what it was like. Please like and subscribe if you like this channel. I stream a lot. Monday nights, Monday Night Mark C Comics Talk, if you're a comics fan, and I assume you are if you are watching this. And Wednesday nights, comics or whatever, anything goes kind of on Wednesday nights. Clobby'S Clubhouse, similar to that on Thursday nights, anything goes with my wonderful first officer, Raquel, and great chief engineer, Mark D. And then Saturday night, Star Trek, reviewing all of real Star Trek 66 through 05. And we're in the midst of reviewing The Next Generation right now, season 4. So if you're a Star Trek fan, please check that out. We've got a great crowd there that's very interactive. Until then, of course, as always, a big shout out to my wonderful first officer, R.M. Briggs. And a thank you all for watching this video. And as always, clobber on, clobberers.